And there's Haley Deegan in that one truck running 19th, battle with Chase Purdy in the 23.
He's done a nice job running all the laps. We talk about experience, getting better and better. This is a check mark for Haley being that competitive. Was up almost in the top 10 early and has dropped back some now.
On the left-hand side of the screen is our leader, Martin Truex Jr. 2 laps remaining. Ben Rhodes in second, but not within striking distance unless Truex has a problem.
Martin's just smoking him.
1 lap to go. The white flag is out for Martin Truex Jr. It has been a dominant day. He won stage 1. He won stage 2. And he has led the most laps, more than 100 today. And he's about to put the finishing touches on his first career Truck Series win. Martin Truex Jr. on the dirt at Bristol.
Holy hell, boys. That's awesome.
Crossing the line, there is 1 to go for Ryan Preece. He'll run next week at Pocono as well. Give him an opportunity to get 2 in a row. And what great experience this should provide him for Sunday's Cup race. Doesn't matter what level you're in, if you're behind the wheel and you're racing, it is so fun to win. And he's going to take home that Gibson guitar. Ryan Preece wins at Nashville.
Sure, but look at this. 2 KBM trucks battling for the lead. They don't know what they're doing right now, trying to figure it out. And there's
Green is still out. Nemechek got into the left corner of Chandler Smith a little bit, but Smith now starting to pull away, and it looks like maybe Nemechek's got a problem as Infinger moves into second.
Chandler Smith executed the restart perfectly, and he's put himself in position. Here's the white.
White flag is out for Chandler Smith. It will be his first career win, and it was in a must-win situation to advance to the next round of the playoffs. What a place to get your first career win. It's Bristol, baby, for Chandler Smith. All 3 at the front are ThorSport machines. Eckes on a part-time schedule has taken the white. There's 1 lap left. Christian Eckes.
Johnny Sauter's on those new tires, Vince. You talked about he went to pit road. Here he comes. It's a ThorSport party at the front.
1, 2, 3, 4 for ThorSport. Can Eckes hold off Rhodes? Ben Rhodes, one of those in the championship hunt. Can he get the win tonight here at Vegas?
Throw her to the high side, buddy.
And the caution comes out with Eckes in front. And Christian Eckes will win because the white flag had already come out. And it will be Eckes getting his first career win.
I am stunned. That's amazing.
Very impressive. Wow. Did we think that was going to happen? Not 1 ounce did we think that was going to happen. Impressive.
Fogelman and Crafton, 3rd row back. Rhodes edging out ahead of Gilliland, and you wonder how that hole in the right front is impacting the truck of Gilliland, but right now he's still able to hold the lead for the moment.
Big side draft there for the 99 of Rhodes. Pulled back that 38 truck.
So far, it hasn't hurt Gilliland as much as we thought, but it's now or never.
Getting a big push from Nemechek. Near contact between the 2 lines. There's 1 to go. The white flag. The next flag will end it.
Ripping, pushing, gouging, shoving. Everybody's doing all they can with whatever lane they've committed to. You've got to stay in it right now.
A spot to the final 4 and a championship on the line. If Nemechek or a Rhodes or a Crafton could win, but Crafton is slipping back. Holmes gets into Rhodes a little bit, but Rhodes is able to save it. It's Nemechek and Gilliland out front. Todd Gilliland leads with Fogelman 3rd, and they're wrecking behind them. Still green, coming to the end.
They're still green, and Nemechek makes a move to the inside.
To the bottom. John Hunter Nemechek getting a push, trying to make it to the line. Fogelman is behind him. Fogelman wants to make a move. Can Tate Fogelman do it? He wrecks Nemechek, and it's Fogelman. Tate Fogelman wins.
Wow, and the truck is now destroyed.
Austin's coming, man. 1 second, 9/10 of a second, and shrinking. This is going to be something.
1 lap to go, and the next flag will end it. Should the caution come out, this race would be over. Cindric gaining ground, 0.8 of a second behind as they hit the infield. Work turns 2 and 3.
Before, this is where Ty was really good, breaking into the inner loop here.
These things just are never over till they're over. I tell you, man, you look at the Clash, you look at the 9 and the 12. There was a pretty decent gap between them at one point, and it closed up a lot. As that second place car has nothing to lose into these heavy braking zones, is going to try to get everything they possibly can get.
If Austin can stay close to the second horseshoe here, he might have a chance. He's really good up onto the banking and into that backstretch bus stop.
He's running out of opportunities. The advantage back out to a 2.5 for Ty Gibbs. Out of the infield and back onto the high banks.
That's a pretty big gap there. He actually legged Cindric through there. You look at the gap now, 1.6 seconds. There's Coach. You think he's nervous right now?
I see a pulse rate monitor on him. It's probably more than Ty's.
Imagine watching your grandchild out there on the big track doing this. What a amazing feeling that must be.
He's checking boxes, getting through all the challenging portions of this race course.
Cindric getting it all through there, hitting the turtles on the exit.
He did.
And now turns 13 and 14. The front stretch chicane for Ty Gibbs. His grandfather is a legend. And at 18 years old, he's going to win in his first career start. Here's Ty Gibbs, a victor at Daytona.
Calm and cool.
White flag is out. Next flag will end the race, whether it be the caution or the checkers. Snyder is leading and trying to win for the first time in his career.
Can you feel it for him?
Yeah,
Can you feel it for him?
Hit your marks. Hit your marks.
Yes, buddy.
Here comes Reddick.
The nerves. These guys are going to put a run.
Reddick got a great run off turn 2.
One last opportunity to turns 3 and 4. Snyder down low, Reddick up high. Jones is there. So is Daniel Hemrick. Back to the checker. Snyder hanging on, and he will win for the first time in his career.
Wow, that was fun.
Hell yeah.
Man, that was fun.
That was awesome.
Great job, Myatt Snyder. Great job. He made a mistake on the previous restart. He learned from his mistake and executed perfectly.
It's going to be 2 laps here. 1 mile away from the checkers. And right behind him, a driver trying to win $100,000 via the Dash for Cash. That's his teammate Noah Gregson in the 9. Here's Barry through turns 3 and 4. He's going to see the white flag this time around. 1 lap to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank.
It was a little bit closer than I thought he was going to get. A little bit nervous, but Barry had a good exit right there, and I think he's got it made. But really good job by that whole 8 team today. Made their car better and better, and it showed up at the end.
Josh Berry, welcome to the club. You are a winner in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. 29 laps to go. The 10 is out front. Top 5 at Talladega. Jeb Burton, A.J. Allmendinger, Austin Cindric, and we've got trouble.
We have pretty good size.
Brandon Jones among them involved. Michael Annett and Ty Dillon in the 54.
Man, hate that for Ty Dillon. I mean, we've all talked about it. He just can't escape these kind of situations right now, and that's tough for him in this part-time schedule he's got.
A couple Gibbs cars torn up in this one here.
Brandon Jones, one of our drivers, going for that $100,000 bonus via the Dash for Cash, and he's busted up.
Yeah, I mean, you got to go either way, whether it's about to rain or not. There's only 24 laps to go, which is a long time. But I guess we'll have to kind of wait and see.
Yeah, you know, I look up above, and this cloud right here kind of snuck up on me. I didn't see it up there, and yeah, I think that's what I'm seeing from
As I was talking
above,
there a minute
so.
ago, I saw the whole grandstands all of a sudden stand up and start moving. I was trying to figure out what was going on, so I got silent for a second. It looked like some weather might be moving in.
Yeah, we were getting ready to go green, and now they've added a lap.
Something must happen here.
And they appear to be monitoring the skies.
Obviously, if you're the 10 car, all you want is it to pour right now. If you're the other racers, other 39 cars on the racetrack, you're going to say, let's go back. It's not that bad. It'll dry up soon. Those are big raindrops on the windshield.
Yeah, now it's raining hard. And,
they
you
have
know,
lost the track
this
now.
track is so big that you can get a little rain cell and it only impacts a portion of the racetrack, but this shot shows it all. It's coming down now, Regan. Yeah, I mean, we saw it on the front straightaway, and there's our shot down the back straightaway, so we have got precipitation everywhere.
And I was up here trying to play the weatherman, and during the commercial break, I said, oh, we're good to go with the weather. Then it started raining. This cell kind of popped up out of nowhere on me.
and we've just received word, because there is no sunshine, and we have lost the entire track. Jeb Burton is leading. We don't have time to dry the track. Jeb Burton, first career win, comes at Talladega Superspeedway.
I don't think he knows yet.
He doesn't know yet. He's like, no,
wait,
you're messing
what?
with me, right?
You won?
Look at A.J. Allmendinger.
Okay. I don't know what that's like. I've never won a race that way, so I can't imagine the.
I won my first race in the rain. It's a little bit different than finishing the whole race, but he was in the lead when it happened. He deserves to win. He gets to win. And something I see there is so cool about colleague racing. Their teamwork is second to none. There is true joy to see their other teammate win. I think there's something to be said about the leadership of that team to be able to do that.
Brandon's looking for some help from Jordan Anderson behind him.
Harrison Burton went to the middle. Risky move right there. Will anybody be there to help him? Can he clear the 11 of Haley?
Brandon Brown with a run here. He's going to clear the 7. He's up alongside Brandon Jones in the yellow car. A side draft from Jordan Anderson is going to slow down the 19. Brandon Brown into the lead.
Hemrick to the outside to try to lead the third lane.
13 laps to go, 34 miles for Brandon Brown.
A family-owned team, Brandon Brown with Brandonville Motorsports leading. Him and his father work hard to create the funds. 2 shops, one in Virginia, one in North Carolina. So many challenges for this 68, but he made the playoffs a year ago, was unable to make them this year, but a win would put all of that behind him.
Brandon Jones got a big run. Trying to get to the side of the 68 to slow him down. He cleared the 68 of Brown. Now here comes that middle lane. Brandon choosing the middle.
Brandon Jones keeps moving off of the bottom. I don't think that he trusts the 68 to be the car that can push him to this win. He's going to move up and block Cindric.
There you go, 18's with you pushing here.
He blocks Hemrick. That allows Allgaier through the middle.
And that was a big block right there from Brandon Jones. Hemrick smartly lifted, cutting him some slack.
Brandon and Brandon side by side. Brown on the bottom, Jones up top.
Hemrick continues to get a good push off the front of those 2 Collin cars, but just can't seem to do anything with it. Every time he gets a run, the 19 blocks. Oh, this side track.
Oh, we got a crash.
Get down a little.
Harrison Burton into the outside wall. O2 of Moffitt's collected. A handful of other cars. The 54 of Nemechek.
It is getting, it's relatively dark out there. Brandon Brown can't see a thing. He's screaming. It's completely dark.
If they got a dark windshield or a dark visor, it's absolutely going to be difficult to see, and you don't want to race with that visor up with all the debris and stuff flying around in the car.
So you see these 3 right here. I think the bigger debate right now is these 3 are trying to claim they were all leading the race. Brandon Jones, Justin Allgaier, and Brandon Brown are running 3 wide around this racetrack to say, NASCAR, no, I'm leading. Whoa, 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 no, NASCAR, I'm leading. They're all trying to raise their hand because they know how dark it is. And this right here is the thing. So you see the car wrecking. It really comes down to the time of caution. When NASCAR put the yellow out between those 3 cars at the front. If it's just a restart, the race, they will use the loop lines. But if this will be the finishing order that will set the finish of the race, they will use a camera. They will set the finishing order of the race by camera, not by loop lines. That's why this is very, very important. NASCAR, I'm sure, looks out the window much like we do. They see the darkness, so we're waiting to hear from NASCAR, the official leader. Marty.
And Steve, NASCAR has put Brandon Brown out front. Jeff Mandarin, crew chief for Brandon Jones, not very happy with that call. He said, we are going to protest that. There is a NASCAR official in the 19 pit box. They have already filed that protest, but it is getting dark down here. They honestly believe that the 19 was the leader when the caution came out. Now, NASCAR can time code all of this. They can go back to the exact moment the caution came out, and that's why they put the 68 out front.
Due to darkness, we're coming to a yellow and checkered flag. NASCAR has called the race. The 68 of Brandon Brown is going to...
too dark. Oh my God. Wow. Just wow.
This is based on the loops.
This is a dream come true. This is a dream come true.
Brandon Brown coming down the front straightaway. About to realize.
Oh, taking the checkered boys. Let's go!
You hear the emotion already in his voice. First ever career win in his 114th start.
Thank you guys. Thank you. You guys, oh my God. Thank you, Dad, so much. We did it, Dad. We did it. We did it. We won.
And what can Noah Gregson do back there in row 3? You know he's not going to just sit back there and wait for something to happen.
We are in overtime, presented by Credit One Bank as they come back to the green flag.
Oh, man. Even launch. Side by side.
Look at the 22 went way down the racetrack trying to side drive the 18.
Right here's where Hemrick needs to find a way to get into the gas a little sooner. The 22 takes that momentum.
Side drafting down the backstretch.
Oh, he's going to get loose. The 18 gets a little loose, slides up the track. No contact. But it did move the 22 up the racetrack. He wasn't able to finish the corner, so.
One more time around.
Daniel's still right there. What will he do?
The 2 fighting for the win and the championship. Through 1 and 2. They stay side by side. Now the 18 ducks in behind. One more chance. The 22 in front. The 18 closing the gap. Out of 4. They're side by side. Hemrick's going to win it at the line.
Joey's going to move down, block that.
Right to his teammate's bumper.
Watch what happens now behind all these guys. Now that's going to shake everything up. Here comes Austin Dillon to the outside. Oh, man, Kevin Harvick in trouble, gets shuffled out.
White flag. 1 lap to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank.
Okay, now these guys, their job, if you're Austin Dillon, one of those guys.
Watch this run Kevin Harvick has on the bottom.
Now the
Huge
5
push
can go
by
to the
Bubba.
outside. They're all trying to build that run that Keselowski did.
Here goes the 3 car.
Will Dillon have help? No, they come down to block. Logano goes back up, Keselowski with him. McDowell in tow, Dillon on the bottom.
The run's on top.
Whoa!
Teammates.
Around they go in a hard crash. Kyle Busch.
Kyle Larson.
Caution is out.
Bubba Wallace is in this. Austin Cindric, hard hit by Kyle Busch.
Caution's out. McDowell is first to the line, but will have to go back to the moment of caution, which ends the race. Brad Keselowski is climbing out. He's okay. Joey Logano we see taking off the gloves and the steering wheel.
I think McDowell's the winner of this race, guys.
He was first across the line. NASCAR will review and have to determine the finish at the moment of caution. And Michael McDowell from Glendale, Arizona, for Bob Jenkins Front Row Motorsports, has won the Daytona 500.
How about that?
Bell has a run off NASCAR 2, and at the end of that back stretch awaits the bus stop.
There's the brakes. Exactly like the 12 car had in the Busch Clash. Ryan Blaney had a struggle, could not slow the car down, gave the 9 car Chase Elliott an opportunity last lap.
So that's metal on metal under braking for Joey Logano.
Man, the same block. This might be way more aggressive a block. He's there. Christopher Bell is there. What's Joey going to do down here in this chicane? Oh, man, I think he's got him.
No, not so. Does.
Logano doesn't have the brakes to hold off Bell. White flag, 1 lap to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank.
And Joe Logano's saying, what do I got to do? He's going to show Christopher Bell.
You can see the brakes just glowing red hot on the 22 car. Missed the corner right there. It's smoking as well. Them brakes are hot.
15 drivers got their first career win on a road course. The last to do it, Chase Elliott, 2018 at Watkins Glen.
Missed the corner pretty bad right there.
Yep.
Yeah, he's just got to take a breath right now. He's gapped the 22. He's got a better race car. He's just got to take a breath and not overdrive this car right now.
Easier said than done. He's on fire too. Them brakes are hot. Trying to get away from Joey Logano. We talked about it in the pre-race show, Jeff. That infield is such a tight thing. You're always constantly on the brakes, not giving them a chance to cool off until you get off a 6, finally getting that long straightaway.
So now Bell will have about a mile to let those brakes cool before he has to get hard on the binders for the bus stop, which might be Logano's last chance.
If he completes this, of all the tracks I would have picked for Christopher Bell to get his first Cup win, this is the last one I thought it would come at.
Well, he's definitely one you had your eye on. You knew the opportunity that was ahead of him. He was longing for this opportunity, asking for it. He got it, and look at this.
Christopher Bell running a time trial lap here to secure this victory. Logano now 1.8 seconds back. Adam Stevens on the pit box for Christopher Bell, who comes out of the final chicane and in his 38th start.
Good job.
Christopher Bell scores his first career win, and it comes on the Daytona road course.
What does Bubba Wallace do now? Under 5 laps to go. Here comes the 22 of Logano.
Logano to the outside. Bubba doesn't know what to do. The outside line's going to have some momentum here. Both lines coming back to the back bumper of the 23. Here comes Logano.
What does Bubba Wallace do right here? Is he going to make this block? Is he going to stay in the bottom lane? Right now, he doesn't have to make a decision, but he's getting ready to. Here comes a big push for Logano.
Oh, around goes the 37. Priest is around. He catches the 24 as well as the 21. Caution comes out. And fire coming out of the back of the 24 of William Byron.
We got raindrops on the windshield of the booth.
Hey, folks, think about what could happen here. Bubba Wallace in front of this field. We're at a very large racetrack. We know from yesterday it takes about 2 hours to dry the track if it's completely lost, and sunset is at 6:30. If all of these things happen, Bubba Wallace could get his first ever Cup Series win at Talladega.
So right now the race would be official if this race didn't continue. So I expect the cars to come down pit road, be stopped under red condition. That is now the running order. That is how the cars are scored. And if this race is called and your car inside the top 10, you will receive the race points and stage 2 points. So that top 5 run for Brad Keselowski, Joey Logano, Christopher Bell in 5th, that's like a double whammy. I mean, 5th, Christopher Bell's going to get his bucket full from stage 2 without even needing to see the finish of it and get the end of the race. So this sprint to the finish that ended up in an accident, very vital for these playoff cars.
The intensity was picking up on the racetrack. They knew that the possibility of rain was out there. Now the field, who has been put in line based upon the loops when the caution came out, that's the way they would line them up. They will be brought down onto pit road now and stopped, and we will see how long the rain is going to be here and how long it would take to dry this racetrack to get it restarted before darkness tonight. history made once again. It's official. Bubba Wallace gets his first career win. He's just the second African-American to ever win at the highest level of NASCAR. Over 50 years ago, Wendell Scott was the first. Bubba Wallace now officially the winner at Talladega.